Hello, dear friends. Paul Willis here, creator and author of The Rended Wall, back with Developer Diaries number 3 to keep everyone posted on the progress of the creation of this tabletop source book and keep everyone kind of up to speed on what's happening and how everything is going. Not a whole lot of updates between 2 and 3 here, aside from, I have done a lot of work trying to kind of put everything together ahead of time for whatever editor or manager I can hire that can come along and help me put the book together. I have a lot of information already kind of put together in a giant table of contents with different documents associated with each section of the book so that everything can kind of be put together and everything can be organized and streamlined to make the book really readable and approachable for people. I also, as I had mentioned before, I also have been kind of working on incorporating all of my lists together so that I do have a full master list of everything that needs to still be done as well. So I have things like artwork or any remaining maps that I might need to make for specific locations. I have a lot of the larger maps, and then a lot of smaller location maps as well. But I want to incorporate just a few more for some important places around the world. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. I have been putting together a few more things for the official Kickstarter campaign. I have a introductory video all put together. I had some wonderful friends help me edit it and put it together. So that is going to get added onto the Kickstarter page later today to kind of add that in and just give people something like a real kind of brief breakdown of me talking about it, the game and the setting, and letting people know kind of what the project's all about. And a little less detail than what y'all are getting here in these developer diaries. These are going to be a lot more specific and day-to-day breakdowns and stuff. So yeah, that's where we're at. I played a game with some friends and family last night in Solaria, which was really wonderful. We are going on almost 2 years for this campaign that we've been running. Everyone is right around between. I think most of the party is level 10. Some of them are level 11. It's a real comfortable range for this side of the planet. So that's kind of where we are at with that campaign. But they've been all over the world. They have been to the other side of the wall and seen what's over there, which is kind of really opened up the story and made things really awesome for everybody there. But yeah, they are currently on the west side of the map here in the Storm Plains, dealing with a few situations there. So yeah, it's been really amazing. As I said before, I really love introducing this world to people and kind of setting them free and letting them explore and find what they can find. And it has been truly wonderful to see uh, this party of people explore the world and find things. One of the people included is my mother, who is, forgive me, Mom, if I get this wrong, but I believe she's 75 years old this year, and she's been in the party for 2 years, and she's one of the de facto leaders of the group. She's often the spokesman for the group. So it's really fun intergenerational gaming to see everyone, explore this world and have a good time in it. I did think today that we might explore to the north. We talked about Hebe's Rise yesterday. I thought we might zoom in and talk a little bit more about the northern lands of Milanus, where all of these various schools and colleges are. The main countryside is snowy, thick forests. As you can see here, there's just this alpine forest environment surrounded by a mountain range, as well as these three long peninsulas of land that stick out like fingers. In fact, the whole formation here is called the Hand of Lasat, and then the city was The city and the nation were founded by a strange archmage many years ago, and so one of the peninsulas is called the Archmage's Chersonese, and then it has the Broken Finger Fort. I'll zoom in there. Broken Finger Fort acted as kind of a lighthouse for folks, ships sailing into the Sea of Orcus and up towards Milanus. They would need to come around the Chersonese and Chersonese maybe. Um, Comment down below if you can correct me on how to pronounce that, or I'll just Google it in a little bit. But um, but yeah, so we have these two mountain ranges here, the Evergreen Mountains and the Crags of Kor that intersect north, south, east, west at Crossroads Peak. So Crossroads Peak is this high mountain that kind of stands out even from the coast down south. You can still see the crags and the peak here from a great distance. The Wood of Watching Cedars is on the other side of the mountains and is known to be a little bit of a contested area between the nation of Milanus and the Ettins, who live to the east in the tundric expanse. They often will want to come here and do hunting in the wood, but the nation of Milanus believes that or feels that that land belongs to them. So there is a little bit of kind of political kind of conflict there between the two nations. There are with thick alpine woods like this. There are obviously like lots of trappers and hunters. So there is a giant hunting lodge up here where many of them will gather and kind of spread out through the woods or the mountains to do their hunting and their trapping, and then they would sail down the river and over to the city to the south from there. So, and then as you work your way further west, there are more rivers. There is a salmon farm here on the coast that harvests the salmon that come up the river and will, sell it to the city or export it down south. And then up here, another one of those very important NPCs to the grander story of Celeria that lives out here in the wilderness of the woods. So so yeah, that is. I mean, very briefly. I didn't want to. I don't want to give away too much about the world. This is kind of where we find ourselves, though. If we are studying magic and things like that, I did want to pop in real quickly to to the actual city of Milanus. I thought that might be kind of interesting to glance at. This is a again not meant to be precisely to scale. It's kind of one of those, when you go to New York City or Chicago or something and you see like that three-dimensional just kind of representation of the buildings, but it's obviously not like meant to be one-to-one scale on everything. But this is how the city is laid out. So this is in the center. You have the Tower of the High Chancellor, who oversees the operation of the 7 colleges that are spread throughout the city. So if we start over on the western side, we have the College of Seeds, which is where people would go to study things like botany or the druidic magics. So if the people want to pursue the sciences or the magical side of things, they would either one. They would go to this college. Same thing with most of them. They have more of a quote unquote practical side and then a more magical side, depending on what people want to study. If they're really really passionate and educated and want to pursue more knowledge, don't have magical ability, they can still come to Milanus and study at the colleges. It's just, different classes, different professors, but they all kind of have that same pursuit, the same kind of focus in their studies. So, College of Seeds is plants, plant medicine, the science of growing crops, agriculture, and things like that. Over to the east of that is the College of Bells. So that is where people who want to be musicians would come to be more, professionally skilled with those sorts of things. But then there's also the study of sound and thunder-based, force-based magic. So anything that relies on that kind of sonic power behind it, that would be studied at the College of Bells. To the north is a neighborhood called the Cluster, where it is not slums. People are still, they're not living in abject poverty or anything like that, but all the buildings are very tightly packed together, and there are, many stories to the houses, and like the, I guess, apartments. Did they have apartments in the Middle Ages? I'll have to look into that. That's something like when you're making stuff like this, these questions come up, and you're like, would they have called it an apartment or just a lodging house? I guess maybe just a lodging house or a boarding house, right? It wouldn't be an apartment, but they would have like their own rooms and all of that, and just kind of up a few stories. And then to the west of that is the Forest Market, which is this really lovely outdoor market with all these market stalls that's set up under the branches of these towering pine trees and things that are overhead. So it's kind of like a Christmas market almost, but it's like year round, every day, all the time, and it's where people go to kind of do their local shopping and stuff like that. College of Stones would be where students go to study geology and earth sciences or geomancy and earth magic. Either one would be studied here at the College of Stones. College of Words is those that kind of speech-based debate style individuals who want to be very persuasive with their words. They would go to the College of Words. There's a real sense of like almost like tongue-in-cheek intrigue in the College of Words. Most of the professors are kind of good-naturedly plotting against one another at all times, not only to kind of keep themselves sharp with their skills, but to teach their students how to do it as well. So if you go into the College of Words, you expect to kind of start immediately uh, picking sides and choosing who you want to, whose side you want to be on, who you might want to manipulate. It's an interesting environment there at the College of Words. Right next to it is the College of Blades, where people would go to study the science of war, of tactics, military studies, history, the history of war, things like that. But then also where they go to be eldritch knights, or those martial classes who also have a touch of magic behind them, would go to the College of Blades to learn how to incorporate the two and become real forces on the battlefield. To the east here, there is an emerald mine that is actually fairly wealthy, uh, well stocked. I don't know exactly what term I'm looking for here as far as the mine goes, but there's a lot of emeralds in there, and so they always have workers, laborers, kind of digging the emeralds out, and then the emeralds are they go into the coffers of the nation of Milanus, and specifically all of these schools. Depending on who is in the favor of the High Chancellor, each of the schools may receive more funding or less funding, depending. And so it's often a contest uh, between the seven colleges and the heads of those colleges, who's going to be able to curry the most favor with the High Chancellor in order to kind of keep their college running at the optimal levels, have the most students, the best teachers, et cetera, et cetera. So again, it's kind of like levels of kind of politics and intrigue here in Milanus. The College of Blood. It sounds like a little off-putting, but the College of Blood is where people go to study medicine. They study natural medicine, surgery, all sorts of things like that. And then the same goes for any sorts of curative magics or restorative magics. All of those sorts of things would be studied at the College of Blood in order to kind of maintain someone's life essence and life force in their physical body, all of those things. That's all studied there at the College of Blood. College of Stars, pretty self-explanatory there. if someone wants to learn astronomy or anything associated with like the movement of celestial bodies in the sky, they would go to the College of Stars. College of Stars is actually the spot to go to learn the most amount of history that the people of Solaria know at this time about the ancient cataclysm that they call the Shattering, when the first of the two moons of Solaria was broken into pieces and used to construct the wall that now encircles the planet. So the College of Stars actually has the most kind of accurate information on how that happened, what it was like, all of those things. So that's actually some very important place to go if people want to dig into that side of Solarian history. They would go to the College of Stars and learn as much there as they can. So that's essentially the breakdown of the city of Milanus as well as the nation around it. A really really fun kind of northern alpine, northern European, Scandinavian based country. With a lot of really fun mysteries and mythology behind it, and lots of magic and intrigue there in Milanus. So it's a really fun, really fun place to explore and poke around. Lots of fun secrets to be found. But that's it for I think today's Dev Diaries number three. We're number three in the series so far. If you are liking these, if you're liking this inside look into the makings of an RPG world and a world source book, setting book. Please stay tuned. Go ahead and subscribe, comment if you are at all, if you're all interested, and please give me a like, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. I'm still getting used to this YouTube thing, so bear with me. I'll get better at these as I go along. But thank you very much for tuning in. Stay tuned for more updates on the Kickstarter campaign as well. I am still formulating that. It's not gone live yet. I'm still working on it, still piecing it all together. So I will let you know when all of that is live. But in the meantime, stay tuned. Thank you so much for being here and listening to me ramble about my world that I love so much. And yeah, we'll see you next time. All right, take care.